gracious host for the hot seat, Greg Cardone.
All right. Well, here we are tonight with another exciting interview with one of our Grinders actresses in here. And welcome to the hot seat. I'm your host, Greg Cardone, and it's a great day for an interview. So today we have Gwendolyn Kluckman playing one of our most provocative roles in the movie. Welcome today.
Hi.
Glad to have you in here.
Thanks for inviting
Gwendolyn,
me.
tell me, what role did you play and how significant was it in the soon to be released Grinders?
Well, I play Miss Emogene Hardy, and she's the town hussy. So, of course, it was a lot of fun. I got to be just as sassy as I could. And it's a pretty good role because, I'm part of the family there where my brother is one of the leading guys in the movie. So, it's a big deal to be able to be part of the movie.
And you were impressive. Everybody
Thank you.
everybody was waiting around watching that scene in there. How did you get involved in this? What brought you into the movie, or who brought you into the movie?
Well, I had seen an ad that Andrew had placed on All Casting, and I answered that, and it was the very first time I had ever done it. So that was that was really exciting that I heard back from him like the day I put in the audition. So he got right back with me, and then he put me in touch with Sam, which was the director there, and it just took off from there. He had me read a couple of different parts, and we settled on Emogene would be perfect for me because I have a sassy attitude, I guess.
That's what and that's what they look for. If there's something that they see in you, and Andrew saw something in you, that's good. So this was your first
Very
actual
first.
film?
Yes,
Wow.
very first time.
Nice way to walk into a successful full feature film. That's pretty amazing. So your role was Emogene Hardy,
Hmm.
and did you find it difficult being on set for a long time, waiting around, watching what was going on?
It was kind of nerve-wracking waiting around because I was watching everybody else, and everyone else, all of you had your seasoned actors. You'd been doing it for a while. And here I was brand new, and I was like starting to get nervous. But as soon as I got up there in front of the camera, Andrew put me at such ease, and his directing, giving me the cues of what I needed to do was so insightful that it just made me relax and feel comfortable.
It was easy. when,
It
when you
was.
surround when you were surrounded by a lot of experienced people, and there was
Mhm.
a lot of the crew was new, but everybody gelled and molded together to help each other pick them up. I worked with a few new people, and we rehearsed lines, and when we finished that scene, I was like, wow, man, that was excellent. You would never know that it was first time. And the same thing, with you. So what would you say was the most exciting moment for you while you were filming this?
Well, seeing myself get run over by a lawnmower. It was just really cool the way the magic of the way the camera angles take it and can turn it around and make it look like it really happened.
Spoiler alert. No,
Sorry.
no, that's not. And some people, they have an idea, that they see, the proof of concept. They kind of know what goes on. It's not a total slasher movie. There's a little bit of a story to it. We selected a clip, and we're going to show you this clip. And, we would like to hear from you. What were your thoughts on it? All right. So we're going to run that. So hold on.
Absolutely.
I need more meat to grind. Billy?
Usually, Billy! There's the spot over here! It never gets old.
That was the most provocative scene that we had in that entire movie. And let me tell you what, that was absolutely perfect. So how did you get your mindset into that?
Well, Andrew was so good at being like, this is how I want you to play it off. He said, but throw a little bit of your personality in there and take it from there. So we just went with it, and we did that in 2 takes, and it was just like, it was, it just came together really well.
It seemed very natural. Was that a bathing suit that you normally wear?
It's one that I would have worn a long time ago. I can't say as if I've had it on since then, but yeah.
That was, I'm telling you, everybody stopped to watch that. And when it was done, it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let me tell you that.
The hardest thing was walking in those big platform shoes across that ground without falling.
Yeah, we were out on a sprawling ranch.
It was beautiful, though.
Yeah, it was a great place to shoot. There was no doubt about that. So, what would you say is the best thing about this movie? And you being a first timer, walking into a feature film with the amount of awards we've won and nominations, that has to be something that just picks you up, and maybe I want to do this again.
Oh, I definitely want to do this again. And I would love to be like back in Florida where I can be, with the crew and making some more stuff with you all. And hopefully, if things go well, maybe eventually we will come back.
We're gonna know shortly. Just to say, this interview right now is coming from Sin City, Las Vegas. So, we're not just doing interviews in Florida. We have upcoming interviews all over the country. We have our people spread out, and we're coming up with some international interviews too. So, just to let people know out there that, we're when we talk about going global, we're going global, in there. If you had one wish for this film, what would it be?
Oh, that we come out strong and we stay there once it's released to the general public. Yes. So, I want everybody to see it.
So who would you thank? You might have already said it, for being a part of this, what we're hoping to be a future cult classic. We're not there yet, but it's very possible. So, you can give kudos and shout outs to whomever. You did work with your husband, Randy, in there.
He did. Yes, he was there. He was there for the POC, but we weren't able to come back to do the rest of the filming. So he kind of got cut there, but he loved it too. And,
he was great. He has this look.
Yes, he's unique. That's for sure.
If there's one story or event that had an impact on you during this filming, what would you say that was?
I think that just knowing that, Andrew has, put his all into everything and really, gave everything to, making this movie happen, his writing and everything just comes together, and just the experience that he shares with his actors. And I don't know, he's just very touching to me that, he would rather, give everything he had to see this go somewhere.
He did. He put a lot into it. A lot of heart, a lot of soul, a lot of hours,
Mm-hmm.
wore many hats. And, and the beauty of that is, especially when he's working and everybody's working with new actors, that you went in, you knew what you needed to do, you did your job, and that's a wrap. And the last thing you want to do is create any sort of imbalance, in the program in there, and you don't want to be the one to be called out. That's the last thing you want to be,
Right.
so, having something like that. So being this was your very first acting role in a full feature film,
Mm-hmm.
what would you tell somebody who is maybe interested in getting into it? You're seasoned now. You're part of something big.
Yeah. Just go
Any
for it. Just go for it. If you have that feeling like you just really want to give it a shot, just go for it and do it. Start looking at those audition sites. And it's you'll never know if you can do it until you try. So
exactly.
that's
Don't sit on the sidelines. Put me in,
right.
coach.
Yeah,
I want to play. Get me in there.
exactly.
Well, I'll tell you, doing these interviews and seeing my friends, I don't see you, we're on Facebook, everybody, communicates. But, doing these interviews with the actors and the crew, it's such an unbelievable feeling to reignite what we had then, and to bring back those memories of, wow, we shot 8 days. You might have only shot 2 scenes for, you've been there 20 minutes, but you've been there the whole day,
Yeah.
in there. So you got to see a lot of the movie, and I'm sure there's parts of the movie that you've never seen. And, same thing with me. I know there are parts of the movie that I didn't see until I actually saw,
Right.
the final
Right.
cut, but I think that's a great thing. So, I want to thank you for being on here, taking your time. There's a 3-hour time difference, and I know you just got home, but, again, from, the bottom of, our hearts, to have you come on and be a part of this and share your experience. I hope it helps other people get an idea of, what goes on in making a full feature film. There's totally a lot.
Yeah. There is. And it was so different than what I had expected, but it was a good thing because I actually loved it. I got the bite, of it, and it's part of who I am now. And I just want to do more and more and more.
What did you think of the catering? Wasn't that food unbelievable?
Well, I'm vegan, so I
Oh,
ate chips.
I just know people chow down. Let me tell you,
Oh
I've been
yeah,
on a,
yeah.
I've been on a lot of sets, and Slim Jims and Gatorade sometimes, it don't cut it, but
Right.
um,
Yeah, the everybody was like two fisting those sandwiches.
it was good stuff. You know what? If you feed your crew and your cast, they will perform. Slim Jims and snacks, you wonder why. Come on, guys, pick your energy up. Well, I'm crashing.
Exactly.
You so, but again, thank you very much for being on here. I hope, we get to see you again. I don't know when we're going to get out to Vegas, but when we do, we'll definitely look you up.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. This was another great interview with Gwendolyn Kluckman, Emogene Hardy. So look for her in our next clip. And if you want to be on the show, you can see us on the website, on Facebook, and some of the other groups. And you can email us at thehotseat813@gmail.com. Attention, I want to be on your show. And right now, I'll tell you, the list is growing. I think it's great. And I'm excited for the other people, to be on and help share, their stories. So again, thank you much for being with us, and have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
evening, everyone.
You too. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.